Now, the Ghanaian Times is reporting this morning that 8 killed, others injured in two separate gruesome road crashes. And that story, I'm sure many of us are familiar with, or at least we know that 8 persons were killed and several others injured in two gory separate road crashes at East Legon in Accra and Achidie in the Kumasi Accra Highway on the Kumasi, yes, in the Ashanti region at the weekend at East Legon. A 4x4 vehicle with registration number 254223, a GR, and a Jaguar SUV collided, resulting in flames that burnt two women beyond recognition.
Yeah.
Similarly, 6 people died and several others injured at Achidie when a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter with registration 641316 collided with a Hyundai VIP bus with registration number AC 155017. A police source disclosed that the tragedy to the Ghanaian Times yesterday. The source said it happened about 5 p.m. That's when the airport division indicated that there has been a crash at Mensa Wood Avenue in East Legon involving two vehicles. Yeah. And I've seen people share a certain video of how
there's a CCTV video that I've seen as well. It's very jarring. Look, the whoever was driving the Jaguar was speeding, right, in this video anyway, and they drove straight into this Honda, the other 4x4. And obviously, now it wasn't enough to, I don't think that the crash in itself would have been enough to kill anyone. It was bad. But what happened was that it made the two cars then crash into an electric pole, which fell on them, and then a big fireball erupted because of the sparks from the fallen pylon, and not a pylon, just an electric pole, and that is what killed these two people. It's a miracle that the others escaped. But it was
the driver
horrifying.
of the Jaguar escaped.
Well, he's not dead, but he was badly injured too. And it's just a horrible video to watch. I read about the other accident, but I haven't
I haven't watched the video, as I don't like watching accident videos. But I've seen the CCTV footage of that vehicle, and you're right. I mean, where are you going to? I mean, they're speeding. Oh my goodness. It's sad. So, I mean, I saw stories of it, but we'll come back to it later on, because I know there's been a lot of other conversations about it and later on. But please, we've always advised, let's be safe on our roads.
East Legon. East Legon.
I mean, this is not a highway. Okay? You're driving through a busy street. So, why are you speeding? Anyway.
Well, President praises Ochehene for championing environmental conservation. Ochehene at 25 is what was being celebrated. And environmental conservation. Now, Parliament reconvenes tomorrow as government seeks to revoke Environmental Protection Regulation 2023. That's the LI that mandated
2462.
People to enter into the forest and mine at will. So it is part of the rules. So Parliament is coming back tomorrow. There's a picture of Agban Suman against for Bagbed there, and at the back page of the Ghanaian Times, Black Stars off to Libya for dicey second leg tie with Sudan. It go be. It go be.
Well, I mean, I don't expect any good result from the Black Stars. Look, I am not a fan of Otuado, but you cannot blame the coach when players miss chances.
I was going to say the same thing.
I mean, look, I'm not a fan of Otuado, but sometimes just save the man. Look at the chances these players missed. So I mean, I'm not going to go out there and say, "Oh, Otuado." Yeah, I mean, he's not he's not an extraordinary coach. But as for this one year, the players too didn't help him. They didn't play well. Let's see what happens. But I don't expect any. What good thing can come out of Nazareth? I don't expect any good thing from.
But there's something good coming out of Accra House of Folk. Something that hardly happens.
Yeah,
right?
they've won.
Yes. So they haven't.
Mama B, I'm trying for you.
It is
I'm
not
trying
expected that they
to
will win,
hold
but
the fort,
once
but
in a
these
while they
people-
surprise the entire world.
Yes.
So Accra House of Folk surprised the world with a 2-1 away victory over Young Apostles in the match the 6th
Okay.
of the other Premier League. Congratulations, Has. Keep it up, okay? We
Good.
know this is once in a while less likely to be repeated, but keep it up.
Let's get to the daily guide. The government moves to secure forest reserves. You've talked about that. But the big one on the front page of the daily guide is Moody's upgrades Ghana's rating to positive. And I like how they capture it, because then when they say Moody's upgrade Ghana's rating to positive,
Yeah.
it means that we're
Which
doing something.
rating?
So they've actually upgraded our rating from CAA3 to CAA2
Okay.
with changed it from
The outlook.
outlook stable to positive. But this
does
is
it
it.
mean?
This is it really. You have still not moved out of the junk status.
It's true.
We have not. We've not moved out of the junk status, because right from BA, from C to BA is junk status. But let's even put that one aside. Now CAA means you are vulnerable and default is likely.
Okay, that's very unassuring.
Yes, who's going to put his money there?
Or if they do, the interest rate will be crazy.
If I want to give
That's
you
massive risk.
if I want to give you money and you are, a risky client and default is likely, I would give you the highest interest rate possible. Because at least that would assure me that if I lose anything at all, it will be very small. So, yes, at least you are just done with your debt restructuring. And so you've been moved from default to default likely. Please, hasten slowly.
And we should not be in a hurry to celebrate things like
Yeah.
this. This is not Ghana-like,
And I heard the finance minister the last time saying we are back on the international. We can get back to the international financial market. Hey,
We are hoping to do so.
hoping.
Maybe it's to give some assurance and hope to the people.
It's not the
that
kind
there
of
are brighter
thing-
days ahead.
It's not the kind of thing that we should even get excited about, really. If you're thinking about it in general terms, the ability to borrow it's not the sort of thing we should be getting excited about the ability to score goals. We should be getting excited about the ability to conserve our environment. Those are the things we should be celebrating with Kenke parties, not the ability to borrow. The fact that we have to borrow in itself is unfortunate. Every country has to do it.
Well,
But the fact that as a nation we are the producers of almost everything that everyone needs, yet we have to go cup in hand to everyone else in order for us to be able to sustain our economy, it's unfortunate. It's not to be celebrated.
It could be.
the challenge is that for a very long time, some of the ways that we've actually stabilized the Ghana city or helped in its appreciation
Yeah.
is to resorting to the international capital market.
Yep.
Now, this is a country that the very distinguished government statistician has told us trade statistics. He's told us what we import the most, where we import it, and even within the African sub-region, the African region, what countries import and whether we can take advantage of it. Unfortunately, we live in a country where we don't take advantage of anything. So we live in a country where we're excited to say there are about 100 and something 1D, 1F projects ongoing, and is likely or has created this number of jobs. We don't actually measure the impact and say, okay, so because we built a 1D, 1F factory that produces tomato paste, for instance, paste, we have reduced our importation of tomato paste. That's not the kind of conversation we have in this country.
Exactly.
So all the time we're just throwing out figures that sometimes may not really mean anything. I have consistently said that I do not in God's name understand how come the president, whenever he's on trade trips, for instance, doesn't go with top Ghanaian businessmen and go and get businesses for them in other jurisdictions so that their global source of income becomes taxable for the Ghanaian authorities.
Well, maybe if he had taken that trip, with the aim of helping solve a problem, He might have thought about these
But
things.
you see, this other point. Look at the German Chancellor, Angela Merkel, the former Chancellor, Angela Merkel. You know when she came to Ghana, Raymond, she came to Ghana with these automobile companies. And so very excited about VW coming into Ghana.
Yep.
But what we had forgotten was that the technology in Europe had moved, had changed. And these technologies, they needed to look for another place where they could use them. Because the world is going green. And now you're investing in research aimed at developing electric vehicles. So what do? Let's go to Africa. As for Africa, we're still in the dark, aren't we? So it takes a very long time before we would get there. And they come here, and we are excited. We're excited. And see, once they come in, then they begin to advise us, oh, how about you put some, you have to reduce the number of imported vehicles, particularly salvage vehicles or second-hand vehicles. And we're very happy we're doing that. Why? Because the Germans thought about these things. Unfortunately, we do things in a haphazard way. Anyway, two dead in East Legon car crash is also on the front page of the Daily Guide. And Lotto operators parry allegations against Samia Oku, and German Business Association honors Nana. Let's get